Trav, we got to talk about it.
You always start this with, we got to talk about it.
Well, you never want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it, which I get. You want to keep your private life private.
What makes you think I don't want to talk about it?
Obviously, you want to keep your private life private. You've been on record as saying you want to keep your private life private.
You're right.
Have you found out what Taylor Swift thinks of your mustache?
Yeah, we're not going to bring up Taylor Swift.
I'm having more fun during this time of my life than I've ever had before. I've legitimately never been happier.
Mama takes all my friends to the summit. Mama is the guy on the Chiefs.
How does it feel to officially be the guy on the Chiefs?
You mean Karma?
Karma, that's right.
Yeah, no, I had no clue that, well, I might have had a little bit of a clue, but definitely when I heard it come out of her mouth, still shocked me. And
yeah, you could tell in the video.
I was like,
it was pretty.
Oh, she really just said it.
Things are really starting to get serious between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Initially, we only heard rumors that the two might be considering taking their relationship to the next level, and that things were getting pretty serious between them. But now it's not just rumors anymore. Travis's own brother Jason has stepped forward to spill the details about what's really been going on between the two. And let me tell you, you better brace yourself because this guy knows a lot. Now, that Taylor and Travis have given Jason the okay to talk to the press, he's been sharing a ton about how much Travis is completely obsessed with Taylor. This isn't the first time Jason has mentioned Travis's feelings for Taylor, though. In fact, he's been talking about them for a while. Back in August, right before the NFL season began, Jason and Travis had an interesting conversation on their podcast. Jason, who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, brought up the subject of Taylor Swift in a fun way when he noticed that Travis had grown out a mustache. He casually asked Travis what Taylor thought of it, joking that Taylor might have an opinion on the new facial hair. Not long after that conversation, Travis dropped some big news on his podcast when he revealed that Taylor...
We're not going to bring up Taylor Swift in this episode. But something tells me she's going to like it.
attended one of his games at Arrowhead Stadium. She was seen hanging out in the suite with Travis's mom, Donna Kelce, and making an exit with him in his convertible after the game. It was a huge deal, and the cameras were all over Taylor as she enjoyed the game. Travis opened up on his podcast about the night, mentioning how they had such a good time and even joked about one of Taylor's hit songs, Getaway Car. Jason didn't stop there, though. He kept asking Travis more and more about...
Shout out to Taylor for pulling up. That was pretty ballsy. I just thought it was awesome how everybody in the suite had nothing but great things to say about her. You know, the friends and family. She looked amazing. Everybody was talking about her in great light. To see the slow motion chest bumps, to see the high fives with mom, to see how, you know, Chiefs Kingdom was all excited that she was there. That was absolutely hysterical, and it was definitely a game I'll remember. That's for damn sure.
About Taylor, and every time Travis would go on and on about her, it became clear that he was absolutely smitten. During another podcast episode in late September, Travis couldn't help but talk about his time on Saturday Night Live, where he had previously hosted the show. He mentioned how great the SNL experience was, and gave a shout out to Lorne Michaels, the show's producer, for making him feel so welcome. He also mentioned that Taylor was good friends with Lorne, which seemed to deepen the connection between them. It was obvious that Taylor and Travis were becoming more serious, and it was no longer just something between them, but something they were both happy to share with the world. The internet was buzzing with excitement when videos and photos from various outings of Travis and Taylor surfaced. In one memorable moment, Travis was seen being the perfect gentleman, helping Taylor in and out of the car and even holding her hand. Travis explained that whenever he's on a date, he feels this protective instinct to take care of the person he's with. He said he always feels like he's supposed to be the man in the situation, and he has that self-awareness to make sure things go smoothly. It was heartwarming to see how Travis treated Taylor, showing that he was not just into her but also looking out for her in a thoughtful and kind way. Jason also shared a funny and unforgettable moment from a Chiefs game at Arrowhead Stadium when Taylor had a conversation with their dad, Ed Kelce. Jason couldn't help but laugh as he described how nerve-wracking it must have been for Taylor to talk to their dad. He joked that if you ever saw Dad talking to anyone, you'd have no idea where that conversation could go. It was hilarious to imagine Taylor trying to navigate a conversation with the Kelce patriarch, who has quite a personality himself. But Jason assured that there was no need to worry about their mom, Donna Kelce, as she's already had some interactions with Taylor.
Explain.
And everything seemed fine when they were together. Shared on the podcast that whenever Taylor was in the stands cheering him on, Travis's game seemed to be at another level. Jason even pointed out that when Taylor was in attendance, Travis averaged 99 yards per game, but when she wasn't there, he only averaged 46. 5 yards. It was a funny observation, but it showed how much of an impact Taylor had on Travis. Even Travis himself seemed to be surprised by how much her presence affected his game. But it was clear that having her around was something he appreciated. The support from Taylor was clearly making a difference in more ways than one. In another funny moment, Coach Andy Reid, known as Big Red, even commented on the budding romance between Taylor and Travis. During a post-game press conference, Reid was asked about Travis's performance and casually mentioned that Travis just keeps getting better with time and that Taylor could stick around as long as she wanted. Travis couldn't help but grin when he heard about the coach's approval, and he admitted that getting Big Red's blessing meant a lot to him. It seemed like everyone, including Travis's coach, was getting on board with this relationship, making it feel even more like a real, genuine connection between the two. Later on, at a press conference, a reporter asked Travis if he was in love, and while Travis smiled, he kept his answer private, saying that he likes to keep his personal life personal. This showed that despite all the attention their relationship was getting, Travis was still very careful about keeping certain things out of the spotlight. However, their trip to Argentina in early November was a different story. Taylor had a concert there, and Travis was by her side. They had a cozy date night together, enjoying local Argentine delicacies like steak and empanadas. It was a sweet and romantic moment, though the concert had to be postponed because of thunderstorms. Even though it wasn't ideal for Taylor, Travis was understanding and supportive, making sure that the situation was handled with care and that everyone was safe. Travis also shared on the podcast that he spent some time chatting with Taylor's dad, Scott Swift, during their time in Argentina. Travis joked about how he managed to convert Scott from a Philadelphia Eagles fan to a Kansas City Chiefs fan, showing just how much charm Travis had even when it came to football rivalries. It was funny to hear how Travis used his persuasive powers to win over Taylor's dad, even if it was just about team loyalty. Things even got to the point where Travis and Jason were discussing Valentine's Day gifts for their loved ones on their podcast. Jason joked about how he always waits until the last minute to buy presents for his wife, Kylie, and Travis joined in, sharing how he also feels the pressure to get the perfect gift. They both laughed about how men always seem to scramble at the last minute for gift ideas. It was a lighthearted moment, but it showed how much the Kelce brothers were willing to share their personal lives with their fans. Travis also mentioned how much he appreciated the fans' reaction when Taylor showed up at a game wearing a Chiefs sweatshirt and cheering him on. The crowd went wild when they saw her, and while some people booed, most of the fans were screaming and cheering. Travis admitted that it was amazing to see how much love Taylor got, even from the opposing team's fans. It was a moment that showed just how big of a star Taylor is and how much she was embraced in the world of football. Travis also gave a shout out to the happens next in this exciting and ever-evolving story.